Cars just beginning to pull off of pit road. Across the top of the screen, the starting field. We can tell you the 79 of Jennifer Jo Cobb. She's out of the car, and the car's been pushed behind the wall. We'll try and get an update on exactly what happened there. Let's talk to our in-race reporter, find out how he's going to handle today's race. It's Justin Allgaier. It's all yours, Rusty.
Justin, Rusty Wallace, ESPN, you got us?
Yeah, Rusty, go ahead.
Hey, buddy, we got an ESPN mailbag question, and it comes from Jake in Brookville, Ohio. The question is, after your breakthrough win last year with Penske Racing here at Bristol, how do you see your chances today with Turner Motorsports to repeat?
Well, Jake, the car this weekend, the Branch Chevrolet, has been really, really good from the time we unloaded off the truck all the way through practice. Thought we had a shot for the pole, and didn't quite pull it off. And you know, we got another Turner Motorsports car up here with Jason Leffler, so hopefully we can keep good track position all day and stay up here in the front and get another victory. So I think we got a good shot at it, but I want to give a big shout out to the folks from Brent. Glenn Brent, the founder, is turning 85 today. We got him here in the stands, and Rick Brandt, the CEO now, his wife just had a birthday this week, so big shout out to them. And also a good family friend of ours, the Sluckerbeers back in Illinois. They had a tragedy in their family, so we want to tell them that thoughts and prayers are with them for sure.
Sounds good, Justin. Justin, this is the race you won last year, and I hear that this is your favorite racetrack. Are you nervous that this year it's the new car with a different tire change 25 laps into the race from what you practice on?
Well, you know, I don't know that, you know, Bristol is kind of Bristol. And Rusty, I know you've had a lot of success here. And it seems like once you figure out how to drive this place, it doesn't really matter what you get in. It's always a lot of fun. So Bristol is definitely my favorite racetrack. As far as today with the new car and new tire, I think we got our work cut out for us. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, being up here in the front is definitely a good starting spot. And missing some of the wrecks here will be pivotal. And I think that we've still got a great shot at getting into the victory lane.
All right, Justin, thanks for talking this. Now, Andy's going to speak to your crew chief, Jimmy Elledge.
How about it, Jimmy? Andy Petrie in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Okay, Jimmy, everybody's talking about how this is so unpredictable, what's going to happen with this tire. But you get paid to know which way this thing's going to go. So tell me, which way is these cars going to go when we put this tire on?
Well, I hope they don't go into the ground too hard. You know, the spring rate of the right front tire, the right side tires is, you know, about 100 pounds different from what we have on the car right now. The rollout is a small bit different. So I'm really concerned with the ground contact, but I do think the balance of the car will be tighter, you know, with the new right side tires for sure.
Okay, Jimmy, I hope your predictions are right, man. Good luck today. Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks, guys.
All right, you already know we have an onboard camera with Justin Allgaier. Let's show you the rest of them. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Danica Patrick, Trevor Bayne, Kyle Busch, Jason Leffler, Kevin Harvick, and Stephen Wallace. Our over-the-wall reporter is the front tire changer on the number 14 of Eric McClure. And that is Joel Martino. Joel, thank you for doing that for us, and you be safe down there today. Let's take a look at our Goodyear track facts, because obviously that banking has changed the cautions. We've actually had fewer cautions since we went to the new track.
Well, you got two different banking angles right here, 26 degrees on the bottom, 30 on the top, and Andy just got a lot more room out there because of that. These guys don't have to drive so rough. I know the fans don't want to hear that, but it makes for less caution.
Yeah, sometimes that outside lane can be the fastest lane.
Averaging 4 fewer cautions with the new surface. All right, let's get the last-minute update from pit road. Jamie Little, you're up.
Well, the two guys starting on the front row have gotten off to a great start this season, and they continue that today. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. hopes to have a good run today. His best ever finish here, 22nd. Now next to him, Jason Leffler. He's trying to end a winless streak of 121 races. Good news for him. He has more experience than the guys next to him. Watch for him to take the lead early. Vince Welch.
Row 2, high expectations. Justin Allgaier won this race a year ago. He's with a new team. They want to win again. Next to him is Trevor Bayne. All he did was win the Daytona 500, but in the Nationwide Series, the results have been inconsistent. Which one delivers today, Marty?
Remember, we have that competition caution coming up at lap number 25. Pace car gets ready to pull down. Here it comes, and leading the way is Ricky Stenhouse. He has taken the high side alongside of Jason Leffler. They come to the start, green flag flies, and we're racing at Bristol. And the question is, did Ricky maybe start a little too soon?
It wasn't a very clean start, but Ricky Stenhouse did get a big jump.
Yeah, that was a great stuff out of Ricky Stenhouse. He was on money when it come to restart time, and he just drove away from these guys. He's looking really good now the first couple laps of this race.
Now, normally we would have our scoring across the top of the screen. We'll tell you that we are having a bit of a difficulty with that. We'll keep you posted as quickly as we can to get it fixed. We can tell you that right now you've got Ricky Stenhouse really pulling out to a big lead over the 16 of Trevor Bayne.
You can see how these guys are working that top line. You see Trevor Bayne on the outside of this track right now, and that's with these engines with not much horsepower, Andy. It seems like there's a lot of momentum now at this new design track.
Yeah, look at Kyle Busch. He's really using that outside lane. He's pulled right up to the back bumper of Trevor. I think if he can get clear, he might try the bottom right here.
See Kyle Busch working underneath Trevor Bayne right now. These guys aren't getting real nervous at the moment because they know that this caution is going to happen at lap 25, and that's when they got to go to work and get their cars handling good.
Well, Rusty, wouldn't you want to try to get as much track position right now while you have this tire on so you kind of be in a good position when you do make that change?
Well, I would say get all you possibly can. That's a good point, Andy. I mean, just get all the track position you can. And early in the going, if you get away from these guys, you might keep yourself out of an early wreck also.
There you see the race leader, Ricky Stenhouse, Trevor Bayne in second. And he is under attack from the 18 of Kyle Busch. And then right behind is the 30, and that is Jason Leffler.
You know, there's always been a lot of conversation whether you like the old track or the new track. The old track had one banking angle. In order to pass a car, you had to kind of bump them and knock them out of the way. But this new track, you can race on the bottom and on the top. And I see cars lap after lap running side by side like we're seeing right now.
Two former champions going after each other. Last year's winner, the 22 of Brad Keselowski, and the 60 of Carl Edwards. And you're on board with Dale Earnhardt Jr.
You see him getting really tight right there. Really hard for Brad Keselowski running that bottom lane. It can get frustrating down there when you have a line of cars up there and if you don't get clear, you can be stuck down there.
Well, a lot of times as a driver, you feel like you're trapped down there and you start getting upset. You're screaming at your spotter, hey man, get me to the top lane. I got to get this baby wound back up. I'm trapped down here. Now he's got up in the top lane. He's probably feeling better about it.
Tell you that the 27 has taken the car behind the wall. That's J.J. Yaley. Now that other story we want to put a period on, Jennifer Jo Cobb never came out on for the start. Dr. Jerry Punch has caught up with her.
Marty, she qualified the car, and Jennifer Jo, you did not start the car. What happened?
It's Jerry Maguire in NASCAR. I tell you, I was told 10 minutes before the race started that I would be forced to start and park by the owner mandating a black flag so the car could be ready for California. Then I was told that he was breaking the contract with me and that I would not be racing in California. And I feel like God has given me the opportunity to race in NASCAR, and I owe it to the fans, sponsors, that I'm not a stock car driver. I'm here to race. So I spent all weekend taking care of this man's car, trying to make me start and park to break a contract with me. And I thank God he gave me the strength to just walk away.
So Jennifer Jo has walked away, and there are other owners that are now coming to her to talk about what could happen in California next week. Jamie.
Well, Doc, Rick Russell is the team owner for the 79 car. Rick, we just heard from Jennifer Jo, her side. What is your side? He says he can't hear me right now, guys, but they have put Chris Lawson in the car. They're trying to get him fitted in the seat. This will be continued. Marty?
All right, so Lewandowski getting suited up. We'll see what happens there. Meanwhile, Ricky Stenhouse continuing to march his way through this field, and you can see he's already putting cars laps down.
Well, I'll tell you, if this is any indication how today is going to turn out, Stenhouse has got it handling perfect. And you know, there's drivers that have the best days of their life, and the car handles perfect. They don't make any changes. And right now, unless this tire change has a big change, this guy's in the driver's seat.
Well, I see another little bump, potential bump in the road for Ricky Stenhouse, and he looks in his mirror. He's going to see that 18 car closing in ever so slightly.
You see that guy closing in. Kyle
Here he
Busch.
comes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and Ricky's getting slowed by the traffic in front of him. The 44 of Jeff Green and the 81 of Blake Cook. Ricky finally clears, but here comes Kyle.
I don't know if there's any indication of what we're going to see the rest of the day, but this top lane of this racetrack looks like the lane that most of these guys like to run at the moment.
See how Kyle has narrowed the gap. He now clears Jeff Green. And we're up to lap 20. Remember, lap 25, we will have the mandatory caution.
Well, it happens fast. I mean, we've already run, like you said, 20 laps. It doesn't take long to get around here.
On board with Kyle.
Yeah, Harvick's been working on Justin Allgaier for quite a few laps now.
Here, Kevin Harvick told us in the countdown show that he doesn't know what's going to happen when they change his tires. It's going to be a big guess. He hopes he guesses right, but we'll have to see. I'm predicting it's not going to be a big change, but man, you know what? I've been wrong a lot.
Well, that's Harvick looking back from Justin Allgaier's car. Harvick, the all-time winner here in the Nationwide Series with 5 wins. In fact, he is second on the all-time short tracks. An average finish, 6.69 in 52 starts. Question for the quiz of the day, who's number 1?
Oh, gosh, I don't know.
You know, because I told you earlier.
Oh, okay, so I can't say it.
Sam Ard, and listen to this, 5.1 in 64 starts.
That's incredible. He was a short track king.
Wow, he got that right. I'll never forget that white car he drove.
Yep.
Big old tires hanging out the fender wells. I think we'll just rock and roll around these places.
Elliott Sadler in the 2, the 38 of Casey Kane. And remember, last year in this race, Casey looked like he was on his way to victory until he got swept up in that crash. It was none of his doing.
You know, Andy, the air dam in front of these cars, they call it the splitter on the very front. They run right on the ground in the corners. And some of the crew chiefs are concerned when they change the tire that the tire might travel, let the front end travel more, and that splitter actually hit the ground.
Yellow's out. Yellow, yellow. Competition yellow. Straight up.
Well, we're getting ready to find out what that's going to do here when they change these tires.
I heard the call.
I think that's their biggest concern, if they can keep that splitter up off the ground. I know people are talking about more air pressure. Some are talking about less air pressure, so it's a whole pile of changes.
So the pace car comes out, picks up our race leader, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He has led every lap.
Now, NASCAR is going to require everybody to change at least right side tires on this pit stop. They don't have to change the lefts. We will see some 4-tire changes, but NASCAR is going to require everybody changing right sides.
Also gives us a chance. We will share with you, we still do not have full scoring. We have the cars as they are running, but we can't give you the margins or who exactly is a lap down right now. There's a glitch in the NASCAR scoring that they are working on.
Now, Marty, Goodyear and all the teams are telling me that this tire that we're getting ready to take off the car is probably about 2 or 3/10 of a second faster than the tire it's going on. And so we did ask the question this morning, can you take this other tire and put it back on at the end of the race? Says, no, none of that. This tire is out of the racetrack. After this first pit stop, it's illegal to put it back on.
Well, we're about to find out just what these new tires, which is actually last year's tire on the right side, is going to do for these cars. They'll go around at least one more time before they open pit road.
Now, this is one of those tracks where track position is really important, but also that grip is important. These tires are, you know, to get those extra 2 tires sometimes can make a difference. So it's really a tough decision for crew chiefs to make this 2-tire, 4-tire call.
You saw a shot right there on Danica Patrick. She is running right now in 26th position. Okay, so you come in off of turn number 2, and you got to go all the way around. Let's send it to Dr. Jerry Punch.
And Marty, Jason Ratcliffe will have all 4 tires changed for Kyle Busch because the stagger is more than they thought they were going to be having on this new right side tires. With now a guessing game starting here with Kyle Busch. Let's go down today.
Doc, Trevor Bayne gives up 4th position. That's where he started. His car was good in and out of the corner. In the middle, it wouldn't turn, so they'll make an air pressure adjustment for young Trevor Bayne. Now let's go around pit road to Jamie Little.
And Justin Allgaier says he's plowing in the center, but it's not as bad as in practice. 4 tires is the call down on the track bar to help that plowing condition. In the middle of your screen, Brad Keselowski, he was happy with these old tires. They weren't having the wear issues that everybody else was yesterday. Remember, they're putting those tires from last time on Brad Keselowski's car. Pretty good. Vince.
Bottom of the screen is your race leader, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. says the car's a little free through 3 and 4. They made an air pressure adjustment in the left front. 4-tire change for Ricky Stenhouse.
So there come the cars off of pit road, and again, we apologize. We can't show you the race off because it's all hinged on our scoring, which currently is not functioning properly. So we'll reset it for you after 28 of 300 laps when we come back here